Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I just want to reach out to all of you beautiful souls out there, see how all of you are doing. I hope, hope. Actually, I shouldn't even hope. Like, are you getting out in nature somewhere? Well, I really hope you are. I do have to change that word around somehow or another, but really I encourage you to, get out, like get out of the house, bring your family if you have any, your loved ones, your pet, leave the kitty cat behind. But no, if you want to bring your kitty cat, a lot of kitty cats don't really like to, they prefer to roam around by themselves or stay in the house. All of them want to get outside, though they do love smelling the ground and everything. But bring your dog along, or your kids, or your husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, or a friend, or do what I do. I just say, bye everybody, I'm just going by myself. I don't need anybody to go out in the woods, because otherwise that would hold me back if I waited for people to, like, hey, like, I want to go outside, and play like a little kid. So anyway, I do love all of you, and if you never seen me before, welcome to my YouTube channel, and you are beautiful too, inside and out, right? So anyway, is if you're not beautiful inside, guess what? You can work on it. So that's what I've been doing is I not only want to be beautiful on the outside, I want to be beautiful in the inside. So I have been doing a lot of inside work, not in my house, in my heart space. So I've been working my whole life, but really since really I've been working really hard since like around the time with COVID. I do have a very special friend out there that really I love him so much because you know what? He is like my greatest cheerleader out there. He is. He's the one that's like, go Starlight, you got this. So, like we all need a special friend out there like that. And besides, I do have the universe out there and God that does believe in me. I just seen a video not too long ago, and so, that's called God Did or something like that. And or God Does or something. I can't remember the name of the title, but it was a really good video. It really touched my heart because I could cry because it did. It really I have a very amazing deep diver out there. He's always knows the way to my heart, My heart is melting. But yeah, to let me know that God believes in me. You might I am a very emotional girl. You might not believe in yourself, where you really want to get connected to people that believe in you. There are people that believe in you, and like the universe, you might have a hard time with your like, and I know what that is like, where you don't have anybody believing in you, like where I do. I have a very special friend, like I met him, I didn't meet him in person yet, so I've been working really hard because I want to meet this person in real time, real life, not just on the internet, that's not really meeting somebody. But I met this person in 2017, like at my lowest point, not one of my, it's one of my lowest points in life, and they have been there the whole time, like being my cheerleader. And, like we're now I'm actually friends with this person, which is really good. We all need somebody special like that where, like when you're down on yourself, they're the ones that are letting you know that you need to not be doing that, like they're the greatest kind of friend that you could ever ask. So I really throughout my whole life, I have to say I've never had any friends. Not anybody for a long period of time. I meet people here and there, where we, like we were starting to get to know each other, but really to, like to have a friend that's been there, like for a long time, in my life. I mean, like, wasn't really like his friend until like last year, but like it took a long time for me to see what he's like and learn about him, and he was learning about me. And like it is beautiful to have such a friend like that. And so if you don't have a friend like that, like I do, is that you do have the universe, and God does believe in you. And forget about all the other people that put doubt in your mind. And you might have a goal that you want to work on, and where they plant seeds of doubt in your mind, those ones. I might be talking to them, where the ones are like, hey, like I want to change the world. But it starts with me, right? Yeah, I gotta work on myself first before I can help change the world. And I know that, so I've been working on myself. And, where some people, they might not believe in what you want to do, because of the way they've been programmed. Like I was programmed to believe that I couldn't do something like this, and so I just want to reach out to all of you. If this is your first time watching me, welcome to my YouTube channel. Before I get too carried away here, I just have I got so much going on, and I've been like getting whammed in a good way, though. I've been asking the universe for so many different things, and that's not the only thing I do. I'm not always just asking the universe, hey, can you do this, and can you do that, like, can you help me here? I actually have a one-on-one with the universe and the angels, where I talk like to the archangels in the universe, just like they're actually in my apartment, and I tell them what I'm going through and where I need help and advice and some insight, and I'm real, with the universe. There's no hiding. I can't like God or whatever. You can't lie to God. Like you could try. It ain't gonna do you no good. So anyway, if you're new, you can like this video. Woo, ching, ching. Give it a thumbs up, and you could share it. You can also subscribe, and I love the bell. You can ring that bell. I love it. So the notification bell, don't forget that, so you don't miss out on videos. And so anyway, I really do want to reach out to you and see how all of you are doing. And make sure, like you do, you get out and nature somewhere. And today I want to really talk to you and inspire you to let you know that whatever you're struggling with is to don't give up. It does. It takes it's hard. Sometimes we hear people say stuff and they make it sound so easy, and I know what it's like. I've been there. I have been there. I've had people, repeat and say stuff over and over again, and I believed in them. I did. I believed in them, and but it takes time to like reprogram your way of thinking. Is what happens is a lot of times that we're in our old self nature, where I love Kathy Dingman, but that's an old self, and now it's Starlight. This is my new version of myself, so I'm reinventing myself. And that is because I have not only the universe that has my back and my archangels, but a very special deep diver out there that has been inspiring me every day. A person that does not he's not a quitter, and I have actually thought about quitting in my life, ending my life throughout my whole existence, and I'm done with that. I will never do that again. I am actually, now I'm going to fight hard, like I was doing affirmations while jogging today, is I am never giving up. I am going to fight hard on this. I am going to continue to work on myself. There's things I desire in my life, and I will do whatever it takes to those desires. I am in a higher love here, and I am letting go of things that no longer serve me. And that's what you gotta do. There's people that are stumbling blocks in your life, and you gotta let people go. There's or things, maybe there's things that you gotta let go, things like food, maybe it's not helping you out, it might taste good, man, like cake. I had birthdays, two, actually four birthdays recently. My son, my daughter, my daughter-in-law, and my one grandson. Did I eat any cake and ice cream? Nope. It was my first time not eating a cake and ice cream at a birthday. I actually know some people that they actually once in a while they say, hey, it's all right to treat yourself and do, break a rule that you have. But I really don't want to, because, that could trip me up later on. I could be getting like, hey, that cake and ice cream tastes really good the other day. I think I'll go out and buy some more now. What do you think? Do you want some cake and ice cream? Am I making you hungry? Or like pizza, I didn't realize when I gave up cheese that I was giving up pizza at the same time. But you know what? It tasted really good, but really my system didn't really feel very good, like constipation does that, and I'm going to be a little gross with you a little bit, but have you ever had hemorrhoids? Believe me, you do not want hemorrhoids. I only told one person that crazy story, what happened to me, but I'm not going to share that here on YouTube with you. Yeah, it would be quite funny, but it was a horrible thing that I have experienced. So hemorrhoids, let you know there's two of them, two kinds of hemorrhoids. You can have the inner or the outer. You don't want either one of them. So if you ever had that, you know what I'm talking about, where it could be pretty scary, like especially if you have to, like you don't know what's going on and I gotta make it a doctor's appointment. Something's wrong back there, where that's really embarrassing, like to have to go into a doctor's office, yeah, there's something wrong here. I know I might gross a lot of you out, but I am as real as you're gonna get. I will embarrass myself just to make you laugh. So I have a sick sense of humor, but I am really truthful, and I will admit to almost anything I have in life. I have admitted to so many things where but I do that because I know I'm human. I know that hey, this is a part of being human, is to not worry. There's funny things I've done in my life, where I've done some funny things on my camera before. I was like, that was funny, where it is very funny. I've done some funny stuff in my life. I pretty much try anything kind of type of girl, and so it has either I've put myself in some danger, or like funny things have happened or backfired on me because I was doing something silly. So you gotta laugh at yourself, really. Give yourself a break. Who cares what anybody thinks, like today, I did my jog this morning, did my meditation, and did my stretches when I did my affirmations all in that time this morning, and I had a ball. And on my way back, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to jog back because I did my, and my body said, you did good enough, I think I really pushed myself a little too far because my legs were really, it was my first morning, but, I didn't take it easy on myself. I actually pushed myself further than I ever did, before. But that's how I am. I'm a pusher. And I do have a special friend out there. He's the same. So I really like having a friend like that. It's always pushing me to go past my limits, And I did. I kept on pushing my limits today, and that's what we got to do. We got to, forget about the excuses, like the video I made just before this, and now it's about believing in yourself. Believe that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and if you got people that don't believe in you, you might have to let them go like I did, and I am, it's going to be down to the point that I really won't have anybody in my life right here, only people on YouTube, hey, so be it. Because I really working on myself. I do know that we're in the matrix, and you don't forget about what everybody thinks. So today, when I was heading back to my car on the bike trail, I decided again, I want to walk bare feet all the way. It was like a good 40-minute walk, walking barefoot on the grass, and I'm like, it feels good. I like it. The grass was still a little wet, And it felt good on my feet. You know, I used to walk bare feet a lot when I was a kid until I stepped on a bumblebee. Ouch! You know, that was a lesson. I didn't know he was there. But yeah, so I do like walking bare feet. I'm going to do that a lot now. And that's how you get grounded and stuff. And I'm going to be hugging more trees. I did a lot of videos not too long ago, you know, or pictures and photos and stuff. So anyway, if you were working on something in your life, I really want to be the one to inspire you and encourage you to say, keep doing it. You know, like, you know, I believe in you, that you can do it. You put your mind to anything. And like, I didn't give two blanks about what anybody thought. You know, like they see me walking on the not on the bike trail, but on the grass, you know, and I'm carrying my sneakers, you know, with me, and I'm like, I don't care. You know, you can't stop what people are going to think. They're going to think whatever they want to think, you know. Who gives a blank? You know, really. I want to swear so bad on these videos. I do. I have a ton. I could swear up a storm if I want to, and I could control myself if I want to. So anyway, really, if you are working on your diet, you know, like you might have to stay away from people if you're trying to stop smoking cigarettes. You know, you might have to stay away from the people that are tripping you up that are smoking cigarettes, you know. How are you going to give up something if you're surrounded by people that are doing it, you know? And I learned that a long time ago with even like, you know, like cigarettes. Like if you're around smokers, you know, you're going to smell it, you know, and you're going to see them smoking it, or even getting rid of pot in your life. And I'm not against pot, but it can be a stumbling block. It can make you lazy, and it can make you forgetful, where you know, you might be forgetting what you're working on, you know, because you're too high to remember, you know, where before I always had to write everything down on little sticky notes. Believe me, I was like, oh my, I forgot my glass of water. How many times in the kitchen, you know, I couldn't remember that where my glass of water went. You know, did I already pour the glass, or what did I do with that glass of water? I'm really thirsty, because if I smoke pot, I want water. I get really thirsty, and I get the munchies. You know, you could and I learned that the other day. Don't go in the store when you're hungry. I wanted to buy everything. You know, so those are things that I do not do. And I did. I got home and I couldn't wait I never eat like a lunchtime, but I did. I was eating lunch, you know, because somebody made a video about bread. I like bread, wheat bread or grain, and I was doing the right thing. I was always eating grain before it was wheat. And then I stopped eating wheat, thought it was bad for some reason, and then I started eating grain. I do like the grain. I do like the seeds. You know, like I'm not a really good bread maker, though. I've never been able to make a good loaf of bread, even with you know, like I had a bread machine, but I wasn't really impressed. You know, so those are things I would love to be able to do. There's a secret with that, with the bread, with the yeast and all that. The water's got to be the right temperature when you do yeast. A lukewarm water with yeast. And then you got to let it sit for a while and let it rise and all that stuff. So those are some things about bread making. So anyway, if there's something that you want to work on, like, hey, maybe you want to work out, you know, like go hiking. Don't let anybody stop you. If you want to get rid of something in your life and you don't want it anymore, that you're like, hey, you know, I have a lot of friends that smoke pot, and really, I want to work on other things. You know, like, there's people that have so many different addictions out there. Sometimes people might, you know, it's not like he's going to watch these videos, but anyway, I did know somebody in the past that, you know, like had an addiction of watching video games, you know, playing them, not just watching them, you know, like they weren't just watching them. And you know, I had to correct that person, because I'm like, did you get the chores done in the house? How come, you know, like this isn't done and that is done, but the video game playing is done, right? You're still working on the videos, right? But how about the house chores that I want you to do, or whatever, you know, like, you know, did the yard get mowed? You know, like, I see that you're playing the game, but I worked all day, you know, and I come home and nothing's done, like, and, well, you know, like now I have to make more rules up and say you cannot play the video game until the chores are done. You know, at first I might have gave the person permission to, like, yeah, you know, and then there's a time limit later on. I was like, oh, you know, you're spending like hours on the internet, playing games or on a whatever game, like hours. What could you be doing, or like football? Is it really, do you need to watch football every year and sit? How many hours do you sit to watch a football game? And you add all that up throughout the years, and then you realize how many hours and days that you've actually wasted on watching guys throw a football around. Like, you got to really be careful. There's a lot of people that are really into the sports, and as far as me, as it goes to sports, let's go play outside instead. You don't like basketball? Come on, let's go out and play some shoots. Like, I have 2 basketballs in my car. I do like playing basketball. You like tennis? Hey, let's go to the store and pick up some tennis rackets. I like tennis. I got the I had a whole bunch of balls. I lost my balls. And I'm not being sick on that, but I did. I forget where I put them. Let's get some rackets and get some exercise and play some tennis. What is it? There's so many other things that people get into, watching races, and don't do that, though. There's some places that you can go, though, that you could pay so much money and take your car, whatever car, maybe it's a sporty car, and you could pay so much money and race another person. Hey, go out and do it instead of go out and watch it on TV and waste your whole life away. It's awesome that people are out doing those activities like tennis or basketball or football, but instead of sitting inside and watching somebody else have fun doing it, go out and do it yourself. This video is to really encourage you, like, how about your eating habits? Are you eating all the right kind of food, or are you like kind of a mixture? You're like, yeah, like, you don't want to be like my grandson where, like, all he wants to do is eat the, like, stuff that tastes good, and like, a lot of kids do that when they start off. They don't want to eat their vegetables, where I told my son, like, hey, I got something. Stick all the vegetables into a shake, make a shake for him. Sneak all that stuff in there. He's constipated, big time, right? He's got to take medication, right? Well, stick all those goodies in a shake. Get him to eat some kind of drink, where he could drink it. Show him how these shakes taste really good. Sweeten them up with honey or whatever. It doesn't have to be sugar, Get all that good stuff so he could eat those, drink those shakes instead of being constipated and have to, it's really a shame. You don't want your kids having to take a medication just to take a number 2, I actually recently had a problem recently, and I had to go to my gynecologist, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm having this problem. And so it's kind of weird how doctors are, and I really don't like this when they do this. It's like, well, you could either be this or that, and so what we'll do is that I want you to do this, and I don't want to even share what it is. It's kind of embarrassing at my age. I thought it was because of my age. I thought, maybe it's because of my age I'm going through this. I never had this problem before, and it is funny how they always like to throw medication in there, and I'm like. And I was listening to him, and I'm like, really, can't I just work on the problem that you're telling me is to, and it was about my bladder. So it's like, maybe, like, because I always was told, don't hold your bladder, it's not good for you. So I guess I was going to the bathroom too much, like overly going to the bathroom, like, like before I would go somewhere, I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom before I leave because I got to drive. And then I'm getting my stuff together, and I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom again before I leave. And so it's really like I went to the bathroom twice before I even left. And that was a no-no either, where now I'm being told the opposite, where it's like, hold your bladder as long as you can, like, like, I'm like, really? And then it's like, yeah, work on that, and then here, I could give you a medication for it too. Well, doctor, why don't I just work on holding my bladder longer? You're going to see me in 3 months. Let me work on that. Okay? Then, if I need medication, we'll take the medication. But really, I really don't want to take medication unless I really, 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 absolutely need to. So I really don't like to take medication. A lot of times it blocks things out in my life, and I can't really understand things. It kind of like messes things up, I understand. It's almost like I can't have any insight in my life. So I've noticed that throughout the years with other kind of medications, it kind of shuts out like things where before I was like getting information and downloads, and then they give me medication and like the downloads disappear and all this stuff. So I really don't like to take medication unless it's like a life-threatening thing. Okay, all right, I guess I'll take it now. So anyway, I told my gynecologist, hey, like, let me just work on this. And because otherwise the other option was to do an operation. We're good on that too. I'd rather fix something the natural way, like, and work on myself. So many doctors, that's the thing that I get aggravated with doctors, is that, instead of giving us medications, like with my grandson here, tell me what I need to hear. I'm strong. I'm strong. Give it to me. Tell me. Am I eating wrong? Don't give me a medication or, like a Band-Aid that's only going to cover it up and ain't going to take care of the problem. Give me the truth. You're eating wrong. You got to stop eating this stuff. It's killing you. Oh. Okay. All right. I'll change that, because really I'd rather stop eating those things instead of taking your medication that you're going to give me that's going to have all this bad side effects. So I'd rather work on myself, change my diet around. If I was constipated, don't give me a medication for it. Tell me what I need to stop eating or what I need to start eating. So there's so many things out there that we really need to work on ourselves with. Are you gaining too much weight? Are you gaining more weight? Well, stop sleeping so much. There's, I know somebody right now, they're sleeping and they sleep a lot. They're not getting enough exercise, or working on themselves. They might go out for a walk one day and that might be it. You got to get out in nature. You love getting out in nature. You got to push yourself to do it every day. Forget about all the excuses. I don't feel like it. I don't want to, because then then later on you're going to complain that you don't feel good about yourself because you're gaining more weight now. And then you're going to be worried about what other people think and how they look at you, when it's not really about the outside. It is about the inside. But you really do. You want to work on yourself so then you feel better about yourself and you can love yourself like you're supposed to. So there are people out there that are struggling, but they don't work on themselves long enough. They give up too soon, or they get distracted, by other things, where they forget what they're working on, where you gotta stay focused on what you're working on, and not let distractions come. That's why sometimes you gotta let people go. What's tripping you up? Find out what's tripping you up. Are you wasting time on the internet, on social media? Why are you spending that much time? I went on social media last night and I was like, I just don't understand, I do put videos out or pictures out or short videos out of inspiring people, but, I got one person, I actually had it where I was invisible, but then they seen that I was putting stuff on my Facebook, and then they reached out to me and, hey, I'm your friend, you're my favorite friend, and I'm like, really? I didn't even know that. You're my favorite friend. I'm your favorite friend, but I didn't know about it. And then he said, oh yeah, I watch your videos. And then he's like, hey, can you help me? Really? I'm going to give you the kind of help that I got. Pray about it. So, I'm not a bank, don't go to me as I'm a bank, go to the bank, where people, you got to watch out. There's people on social media like Facebook that and then I looked at the, I did reach out, okay, let's just see about what kind of help he needs. And I was so disappointed. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I looked at the old messages from before, and I realized this guy did this before to me, saying that his father, is sick and he's going to die, he needs some help. Don't fall for all that crap. It is crap, because and then I told him about, hey, watch this video. This will really help you out. Oh, I don't have the internet. You don't have the internet, but you're on social media. You're on Facebook. How is it that you're on Facebook and you can't watch my video? I don't get it. Maybe there's something I'm totally missing. I have the internet and I'm able to watch videos on Facebook, you know. So it is funny how there's people that will act like they're your best friend. Oh, you're my best friend. Really? It's so funny. So it is weird how you gotta really be careful out there, the people that are trying to say that they're your best friend. Sometimes you gotta let your best friend go, like if they're stumbling you, like if you're like around people that are eating food that is not good for them. There's times that I actually have not gone to family gatherings because I'm like, oh, they're, it's like like I wouldn't want to eat at Thanksgiving time, like all the turkey and, the meat, and I don't know what they're sticking in the food, and really maybe they're not the greatest company for me, like, maybe I know things about them and I'm like, they like backstabbing people and they like to laugh at people and point their fingers at people. Well, guess what? I really don't want to spend time with you if you're that type of person that likes to, did you see what so-and-so did? No, I'm really good. I really rather stay to myself. I really rather not go to your house. And what am I going to do? Like I actually had that happen before where I got attacked by somebody in that home. And I'm like, you know what, we're good. They stabbed me a little, with their words and then walked away and acted like nobody even heard a thing, but I heard it, and it drained my energy, being around vampires out there. You got to watch out. There are vampires. I actually was one before. I didn't even know about it. Sometimes people can be vampires and they're not even aware that they're draining your energy. So you don't want to be a vampire, number one, and you don't want to be around them either, because either you're going to drain somebody's energy by being one, or they're going to drain your energy and they might not even be aware of it. My brother used to say something about either you're the prey or I can't remember, either you're being hunted or you're the one out there. I don't remember how he said it, but I'm like, I don't know. I really don't want to be the one hunting, and I really want to be the one that's hunted. I don't want to be eating people, like, I'm going to eat you for dinner. So really, I do believe in you. You got to believe in yourself, though, like, forget about what everybody else thinks. If you're working on goals like eating and all that, you might have to, like, if they're eating the food that you want, you might have to skip out on the, eating around them if you're, going to get tripped up about being around them, because, like the other day somebody mentioned about wheat bread and I went running to the store to get some. So if you're weak, but wheat bread wasn't a bad thing, though, or grain, I was running to go eat some good stuff. I wasn't going out, running out. I'm like, heard somebody talk about ice cream. Oh, now I got to run out and get some ice cream out there. And, ice cream was a big thing for me. Every night I was eating ice cream, and I started gaining a lot of weight, eating a lot of ice cream. It was addictive after a while. It's like ice cream every night, you name it, kind of ice cream. So anyway, I am so sorry. I got to shorten on these videos, but I love you. I encourage you, whatever you're working on, please work on yourself. Like work on your diet, work on your health, work on your exercise. Go for it. You might have to let people go or stop visiting them or do something. Like that, are people that are going to stumble you. Like if you're trying to quit smoking pot, stop hanging around the people that smoke it. You're going to get pulled back in. If you want to quit smoking cigarettes, stop hanging out with people that smoke cigarettes. If you want to quit drinking alcohol, stop hanging out with people that drink alcohol or wine. I do love you. You can do this. You got this. You got to believe in yourself, though. Anyway, this is Starlight. You can like this video. You could share it. You could subscribe. You can ring the notification bell, and you can leave a comment down below, and you also can send me a message on Instagram, which is the best place. I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I just returned a whole lot last night, and on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So those are 3 ways that you can message me. So anyway, this is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.